Welcome to this DI session on tables. In this session, we'll look at a table and see how a typical DI table looks like and what are the ways of tackling it. As we go along, we'll be looking at different forms of table, and in this, we have one specific form, so let's go on to that one first. In this table, we are given the sales across 3 different months, January, February, March of a particular year, in 3 different locations for 2 different products, televisions and iPods. Okay. So when you're looking at this table, the first thing you need to understand is data interpretation is not about data calculation, it is about interpretation. Your first task is to understand what the data says. Only when you understand the data completely, should you go on to the calculation part. So very simply put, what does this table give us? This table gives us a few things. Let's look at them. First of all, it is about 3 specific months of a particular year, January, February, March. Secondly, this gives us sales in rupees. If you look at the data, it is given all figures are in rupees thousands. So it is sales in rupees or the sales value of televisions and iPods for 3 different locations or stores for the 3 different months. Okay. Now when you have this data in front of you, what is it that you don't have? I don't know what are the sales quantity or the volume of sales. Okay. Or in the word, this data can be converted into sales quantity only if per unit price is given. So if the unit price of television of iPod is given, only then can I find out what is the quantity of sales. Otherwise, given the data, I will have to restrict myself to the sales value, and all questions will be pertaining to the sales value only. Secondly, when we are talking about good questions in general and DI tables or DI sets in particular, your task is not to just look at the data, move on to question number 1 and start solving it. Your task is to look at all the questions together so that you understand what is the specific requirement of the question and what are those calculations which you should do in advance before you start doing the questions. It is extremely important from the point of view of a computer adaptive paper of CAT or CMAT or all the computer based tests, because unlike a paper based test where you can keep writing down the calculation as and when you do, here most of the time you'll find you have to translate part of the data from the screen onto a piece of paper, do a bit of the calculation so that you don't have to keep going back and forth. Okay? So it is always advantageous, whether it's a paper based test or a computer based test, that the moment you go through the data, understand the data, the next step is to understand what are the requirements of the questions and then look at solving them. So let's look at what are the questions and what are they asking us to do. The first question, it is asking us to find for the period Jan to March, so many units were sold. What is the value of the order placed? What was the value of the order placed is what is being asked. Okay. Profits is given to you. Okay. What will this question entail? It will possibly entail that you find out the total sales for the complete period these months. Okay. This may be required. Let's go up further. The second question, what is the total value of the surcharge paid over the period of 3 months? Now the moment it says what is the total value of surcharge paid for the 3 months, it means you need to know what is the total sales, which means the total of this, total sales in January, in February, in March, all of them are required. So question number 2, inherently if you have to solve, you should be clear, it needs you to find the total of all the months for all the products. So the cumulative total is required. Okay. Let's look at the third question. 10% of the sale price of iPods and 20% of the sale price of televisions contribute to profits in Genstrator. How much profit did the company earn in the month of January from Vistupur and Karma? January, Vistupur and Karma, iPod and television sales are required. So in addition to the total, the first question, if you remember, asked us to find this item, this particular item. One of the question wanted us to find the total, which means summation of this plus summation of this plus summation of this. This one says for January, Vistupur and Karma, televisions and iPods separately. Okay. So when you're looking at these C4 questions, what should be very clear to you is, in fact, you should, before you start solving the question, do the totaling up of all these pieces of data so that you don't have to waste time while doing the question. Let us look at the last question. In the period Jan to March, consider that Jamshedpur Electronics ordered 756 units of iPods for all three areas put together. Again, so what does this mean? Total iPods for all 3 months for all 3 locations. Again, we need to, before start doing the question, get in the basic data in place. Okay, so let's do that. Televisions in Bistupur, this is 900 plus 1050 plus 1200, so 12 plus 9, 21. 21 plus 10, 31, 31 plus 50, 3150. So this is 3150. iPods, 15 plus 16 plus 17, which is 16 threes of 48. 48, 750 plus 48, another 850. So 48, 800 and 800 more, 49, 600 and another 800, 50,400. Okay. Third question, then we come to Sakshi. 1800 plus 21 plus 24. 21 plus 24 is 45. Another 2000 to be added to it. 4500 plus 1800 will be 6500 minus 200, so that makes it 6300. 10,000, 10,000, 29,000, 29, 450, 30, 450, it will add up to 30,240. Okay. Television 6, 7, 12, 13 and 8, 7, 3, 21, 21, 650, 22, 0, 50. And similarly, when you look at the iPods, 6, 7, 13, 20, 21, 60. Okay. Okay. And obviously we need the total of this also, which was required for the sales value. Remember, the second or the third question asked us to find the total of that. So when you do a total, 50, 80, 100, 122. So this becomes 132, 300. Okay. Now what are these? These are the sales of the cumulative sales of all the products across the 3 months. Okay. Now this is, remember, the sales value. It is not the sales quantity. Okay. Now this, my suggestion would be, once you do this, the next step should be to transcribe this piece of data cleanly, neatly into a piece of paper and keep referring to it whenever you need it. In a computer-based test, that is what you would do. On a paper-based test, obviously the data should be written the way I have just written out here. Okay. Now let's look at the questions. Okay. Now, okay. In the period Jan to March, Jamshedpur Electronics sold 3150 units of television. So Jamshedpur Electronics, we are looking at television, 3150 units. There was the sales. Started with a beginning inventory of 2520, ending with an inventory of 2880. What is the value of the order placed? Okay. Profits are 25% of cost uniformly. So first, if you go back to the previous data, it is also given out here. Units ordered equal to units sold plus ending inventory minus beginning inventory. What is this? Ending inventory minus beginning inventory is the change in inventory. Okay. So we can just go to the question and solve it then. So what we need to find in this particular question is, what is the value of the order placed? So let's first find out the value of the order placed. The question tells us the quantity of order, the quantity of sales is given to us. It's 3150 units. If we have the quantity of sales with us and we know the value of sales as per the data, we can again find out the price per unit or the selling price. And since we are given profits are given as 25% of cost price, we can find the cost of the item and hence the order value also. Okay. So let's just solve this question now. The total sales for the period January to March of television. Okay. This particular thing, January to March of television will be, January to March of television, we'll have to add all of them. Similarly, these. Okay. Now which is nothing but, if you remember, this was 3150, this was 6300, and this was 22050. So only the television bit would be 22 plus 6, 28, 28 and 3, 31, 31, 300, 31, 500, 31,500. So, or in other words, the total sales of television for the period is 31,500 rupees. Sales value is 31,500 and the unit sold is 3150. So divided by 3150. This will give us the sales price per unit, which is nothing but 10 rupees. Okay. Remember, all are in rupees 1000, so this effectively is nothing but thousands of rupees, 10,000 rupees. Okay. But the profit is 25% of cost price. If the profit is 25% of cost price, that means margin will be 20% of selling price. Okay. So remember that if you are given the sales value and the profit percentage, it is advantageous to convert the profit percentage into margin and then get the amount of profit directly or the cost price. So if the margin is 20% of selling price, that means cost is equal to 80% of selling price. Or in other words, this implies cost price per unit will be equal to 8,000, or in this case 8. Okay. Now after that we have a very simple calculation. We need to find what is the value of the order placed. As per the data given earlier, order placed should be equal to the sales value 3150. Just going back to the previous screen so that you are clear. Unit sold plus ending minus beginning inventory. Okay, 3150 plus ending inventory with an ending inventory of 2880 minus opening inventory of 2520. So order placed is this 28 minus 25 is 360. So 3150 plus 360 is the quantity of order placed, which is equal to 343510. This is the quantity of order placed. So what should be the value of order placed? Value of order placed should be 3510 into 8. So this is about 8 into 3.5 will be about 28,000. So 8 into 3, 24 plus 0.5 into 8, another 4, 28,000 approximately. This is incorrect. This is incorrect. This is incorrect. This is incorrect. This is the answer. Or in other words, whenever you are looking at doing the calculation, please don't do the complete calculation, go along with the choices. The moment you know your answer has to be approximately 28,000, don't do the complete calculation. The choices are not close to each other. You can definitely eliminate the incorrect choices. The advantage of going with the choices, the quantity of calculation comes down and the chances of error will also reduce. Okay. So the correct answer out here is 28080. Let's move on to the next question now. What is the total value of the surcharge paid at the rate of 14% of sales value? Why Jamshedpur rate one is? We had earlier done that the total sales value for the 3 months is rupees 132,300, and the surcharge is to be paid at the rate of 14% of sales value. So what we need to find? 14% of this. So how do we calculate 14%? 14% is nothing but 10% plus 1% into 4, or you would even do 10% plus 5%, and 5 is nothing but half of 10 minus 1. Okay, so whichever you are more comfortable with. 10% of 1,32,300 is 10% will be equal to 13230. Okay, and 4%, and again when I look at this as 10%, that means 1% will be equal to 1323. 2% will be equal to 2646. 4% will be equal to 5292. So 4%, 5292. 2, 9, 3, 12, 3, 2 to 4 and 1, 5, 13 and 5, 18, 18, 5, 22. 18,522 becomes the answer. Okay. So the key thing again is this was a fairly simple question of calculation, made easy by the fact that we went through the question earlier and we knew what are the calculations required. And while it is somewhat calculation intensive because you need to have the total table in front of you, which also means you cannot afford to be incorrect in basic addition, subtraction or multiplication. It is okay to take 10 seconds, 20 seconds, half a minute, 1 minute extra, but not make an error in calculation. If you are not very comfortable, write down. There is no harm in writing down the way I did this like out here. You can do that. Similarly, you would have said 10% is 13,230. 5% should be half of it, and then again minus 1%. So 10 plus 5 minus 1 could have been the alternate way for you to do this question.